Hey, bendición, what up, everybody? El Conquistador back with another video. If you haven't seen my last videos, definitely check it out. The Yamaya music video, the Indio Carnaval video, the Christopher Columbus videos, and answer in the comments below why is it that when Mexicans celebrate Dia de los Muertos and put out candlelight and food and music for their ancestors, it's considered cultural and beautiful, but when Puerto Ricans do it, it's considered brujeria and satanic. I don't know. Leave your comments below as to your thoughts on this. Shout out to all my Mexicans. You know I love my Mexicans. Shout out California. Shout out Texas and Colorado and Nevada. Wherever your Mexicans are, I love you. Taco Tuesday, what up? So today's video, I want to do on a very simple topic. I wanted to speak about a specific topic. It's an Orisha topic. I wanted to talk about something that I think it's overlooked by I guess I would say non-initiates, aleos or aborishas, people that have the warriors or whatever. I think it's just I want to, if I may clear up a slight misconception when it comes to Santeria. Who you have on your head, whoever is your main person on your head, be it anybody, friggin' Chango, Atalaya, Maya, Ochun, don't matter. Who you have on your head is not the end all be all to the blessings that you see in your life. Meaning, maybe Ochun is your crown. So let's say Ochun is your crown. Ochun, she's love, and maybe Ochun, who sits on your head, or who eventually will sit on your head, if you got in your garden Orisha dropped, whatever. Maybe she's not the one to give you the love of your life. Everybody attributes, Ochun's gonna find me the love of my life. Maybe that's not why Ochun sits on your head. Maybe Oya wants to bring the love of your life into your life. Maybe Ochosi sits on your head, but it might not be Ochosi who's gonna bring justice into your life, because of course he's attributed to justice. Maybe it's Chango who stands up. That's the terminology that I should be using, standing up. So Ochosi may be sitting on your head, but you find out in Yorita that it's actually Chango that stands up to give you justice. Maybe Obatala sits on your head, but it's Yemaya who's going to give you health. Maybe Oya sits on your head, but it's Oba who's going to give you riches. So there's different facets of life. There's your career goals, there's your finances, there's your romantic life, there's having a roof over your head, there's food in your stomach. Maybe I'm just trying to think, just all the different examples. Maybe Obatala's your head. Like I said, Obatala's your head. Everybody attributes, if Obatala's on your head, he's coming to give you health. No, maybe Obatala in Yorita, he don't talk nothing about health, but it's I got you who said he's gonna give you health, and so you gotta receive Agayu. He wants to give you health. You gotta receive Agayu for health. And Obatala has, even though he's attributed to health, for you in your personal life, Obatala is not in your life to give you health. Maybe Obatala is the one that says, I'm standing up for you to help you have a more stable romantic relationship, whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is who you have on your head, and including your mother and father. Let's say your mother's Oya and your father's Chango. Maybe it's Ochun that stands up the most in your Ita that says, I'm going to give you everything in the world. You want to rely on somebody, it's going to be me, Ochun. So that's just a little misconception that I thought it would be interesting to talk about and debate and clear up. Of course, yes, Chango is for justice, Olatala is for justice, Ochosi is for justice. So if your crown is Ochosi, you would think, okay, so Ochosi is going to give me justice. Maybe Olatala is the one that stands up for you and says, I'm going to give you justice. And instead Ochosi is the one who's going to give you health. So it's like flip-flop. They all give you health and prosperity, and maybe maybe your crown is elegua. But in the eleguaita that's getting thrown, Olokun stands up and said, I'm going to be the one to make sure that you never lack food on the table. Or Elegua, Elegua's the road opener. Okay, well, if maybe your crown is Yemaya. But in the Yemayaita, Elegua stands up and says, I'm going to be the one to open his roads. So who you have on your head, who your mother and father is, may not be the Orisha that stands up to give you health or prosperity or a roof over your head. Maybe your crown is Yewa, but Chango says, I'm going to give the world to you. And maybe that Ita is quote unquote stronger, meaning that Chango stood up in another Orisha's Ita. Their caracol is being thrown. So yeah, that's it. It's a very simple concept. So I think there's a big misconception that who you have in your head or who your mom and dad is, they're the end all be all. Like, no, there's Oya, Chango, Agayu, there's all these other Orishas. And it can come out of left field. Like, oh, I never treated my Ogun so well. I always just, a little omitutu once a week. I've always been in love with Elegua instead or Yemaya instead. But in my Ita, Ogun stood up so strong, and it says that he loves me so much and he's the one who's going to defend me. You never know. So who you have on your head and who you have as your mother and father may not be the ones who give you everything. There's plenty of people like that. Speak to your mayores, where it says, oh, Chun is my crown, but the one who gives me the world is Oya, is Chango. Elegua is my crown, but the one who opens my roads is Ochun, is Yemaya. Obatala is my crown, but the one who gives me my health is Ayayu or Yewa or Oba. Olokun is my crown, but the one who gives me all the riches in the world is Ochosi. Though that is commonly the case. Who you have on your head or your mother and father may not be the ones that you, I don't want to say should, but could rely on. So if your crown is, let's say your mother's Oya and your crown's Chango. Let's say your crown's Chango. But in your Ita it says, if you got an issue, Yemaya is standing up saying, when you got an issue, you come to me first. You come to Yemaya first. You don't go to your crown and you don't go to your mother. You go to this whole other Orisha. And you're thinking to yourself, like, well, I thought it was just my crown and my mother and father, and they're just going to give me the world. No. Who gives you health? Who gives you monetary prosperity? Who gives you romance? Who puts food on your table? Who gives you a house? Who gives you stability? May not be who sits on your head or who's your mother or father, because you have a mother and father. You have your mother and father sits on your head, one of the two, and then you have your other, your parent. But maybe you have a whole nother Risha that gives you what it is you really want. And so you are to rely on that particular Risha as opposed to your head. So let me know what you guys think in the comments of that. I think it's a very simple, basic concept. Just to clear up misconceptions, who you have on your head may not be the one that you could be relying on because another Risha stood up for you. But in any case, of course, they all love you. They all give you health and prosperity and love and justice and all those positive things that we want in our life. But just because Ochosi is your crown doesn't mean that he's the one that's come into your life to give you justice. Maybe he's come to give you monetary prosperity, but Obatala wants to give you justice, or Ogun wants to give you justice. Maybe you have Oba as your crown, but it's Oya, her rival, who wants to give you the world and stand up for you. Or Oya is your crown, and Oba stands up, her rival, and Oba says, yeah, you may be Oya's daughter, but you belong to me. Oya may own your head, but you're my daughter, you're Oba, So these things do come up. I don't want to make this too long-winded. I know I can just go on and on and on. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you ever heard of this concept? And, speak to your mayores. It's a very common thing that I've noticed where a person says, oh, my crown is this, or my crown is My crown is Chango, and my mother is Oya. But the one who I go to for all my issues is Elegua, because he loves me the most. You'll hear things like that saying, "Oh, this Orisha loves me more." All the Orishas, they love you and they care for you, but there's always that one or two, whatever, that's gonna give you the world, even if it may come out of left field. Like, oh, yo, my crown is Chango, but it turns out that it's actually Olokun who came out on my ita while they were doing the Chango ita, that Olokun is standing up for me. It happens, bro. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, and show support to your boy, okay? Let me know what's up. Let me know what you want to hear, what concepts and themes and songs you want to hear. So let me know. Peace.